Peter Reid has been rallying his team in the turnaround, but of course part of Sir Alex Ferguson's touchline ban precludes him from coming down and doing a similar job with Manchester United, so he's had to rely on Mike Phelan to do the talking on the pitch, to try and rally the troops for one last effort in the remaining 30 minutes of this game. Leeds, who were taken to penalties in the last round of this competition by Swindon, hoping that they won't have to go that far this time against Manchester United, but certainly the way it went during the game, it looked as though Manchester United were gaining in strength.
They certainly were, Rob, and I think that's what would concern Peter Reid. Instead of just sitting back and letting them dictate the play, let's us take the play towards them.
Fortune. Flag up for offside against Diego Forlan. And the referee has seen it now.
Well, there's Ricky Sabria, who used to work for Peter Reid at Sunderland, used to play for York City a few years ago. He's the man who's been running down, so Alex Ferguson's had him up and down, giving the instructions to Mike Phelan, and then Mike Phelan carries out those orders.
Lennon.
It was a real pick from Sir Alex Ferguson when he took him from the Stadium Light when Peter Reid was the manager to Old Trafford, and now he's got him working with the first team.
And therein presumably lies the connection with David Bellion, taken from Sunderland. Here's Gary Neville. Eagles. Hart. O'Shea and Gary Neville need to be aware of the threat of Cyril Chapuis.
Good defensive work. His goalkeeper came out into a position where he couldn't give it to him, so dealt with it himself.
Johnson. Here's Roque Jr., who gave Leeds the lead, but almost cost them the match late on with a near own goal. Didier Domi. No way through for Chapuis, stopped by Jemba and Butt. Here's Fletcher. Oh, and he's pushed it through for Bellion. It's stopped by Robinson. Fletcher on the follow-up wins the corner.
Well done, Paul Robinson. But Bellion's got a left foot here. He plays it across the box towards Diego Forlan, but he decides to go with the outside of the right, and a good save.
Fortune. Now Jemba. But Phil Neville. This is Eagles. Crucial stuff.
Very quick. Yeah, well, he's very quick off his line. That's the thing that he's very good at. And he spreads himself very well. Look at that. That's mine.
Pushed through by Didier Domi. Goalkeepers may well have a big part to play if it goes all the way to penalties. Robinson, as well as being a goal-scoring hero, was a hero too in the penalty shootout, and may have to fulfill that role again.
He may well decide in this extra half an hour that he might go up for a corner.
Domi. Away by Fortune, only to Alan Smith. It's a testing shot, didn't look too much on then for Alan Smith.
No, not at all. This is something he's obviously done before when it's caught in between your feet. It's the old swinger. There it goes. Tries to aim for that top corner. Well watched by the keeper.
Ian Hart almost inviting pressure from Eagles. Pressure relieved by the award of the free kick. Smith. On by Domi, he's onside here, Cyril Chapuis. Carroll's timing was just right.
Oh, perfect. If he could have moved his feet quicker, Chapuis, because he got there at exactly the same time, but we've seen him before.
He's onside again, David Bellion, but the ball played forward to him just a little beyond his reach.
We've seen him before, Roy Carroll. He's got a great spread with those arms. He got a little knock as well on his way through there.
Johnson. Djemba. Eagles. He's got away from Hart. Now can he pull it back across? He can! And Forlan keeps it going here for United.
Great skill by Eagles. He has got the measure of Ian Hart if he wants to. Did him so well the first time. The second time he got lucky, because there it is, that's great skill. This time he loses possession there basically, but look, Ian Hart's gone the wrong way, turned right round, and then Gary Kelly, who put himself in a covering position, just gets the touch. If he doesn't, you see Forlan at this far post with a tap in, but the touch is good enough to take it away from him.
Alan Smith. Johnson. Smith again. Hart. Domi. Kelly.
And that won't please the Leeds fans. There's a long way to go to extra time. Let's try and win it.
Well, some anxious faces now. It was all going so well when Rocky Jr. scored that opening goal. Just off the back of a disallowed effort as well from Alan Smith. Bellion almost got caught by Lennon. This is Fortune. It's a good run this from Quinton Fortune. Now Eagles, who's shown a willingness to take on Hart, shows too much of it to the defender on this occasion.
That's better from Ian Hart, keep your eye on the ball.
Phil Neville. Fletcher. But Forlan offside. Flags up again.
What a quality finish. This header is absolutely superb. Watch the ball as it comes in from Nicky Butt. It's only as close as the one before with David Bellion. No daylight between him, but look at that once he angles it, once he's on his head. No chance for Robinson. But this fella's already called offside, so it doesn't count.
Well, they've had their work cut out tonight. That's 3 efforts ruled out for offside.
It's his strength, Diego Forlan, when he doesn't have too much time to think about balls when they come into the box and he hits them first time.
Strong hit from Chapuis, well pushed out. Carroll firmly behind it, good strong hands to it.
Oh, that's a good chance. Very good chance, struck it really well, Chapuis.
Bellion. Knocked out of his run by Aaron Lennon, who despite his protests has given away a free kick. Will Leeds be punished for it? John O'Shea has come forward to try and test Paul Robinson here. Forlan's ball in. Needed a touch.
Just stood in a nice position. Paul Robinson. We've seen teams not being able to cope with these balls when they come in at that height, but very comfortable.
Robinson, who had reason to be anxious after letting in Danny Murphy's at the weekend, always firmly in control of that one. O'Shea. Forlan lets it run. Camera in control against Bellion. Nicky Butt. Here's Fletcher. Bellion. Jemba. Blocked by Johnson. Picked up well here by Nicky Butt. And it's reached Forlan, but again he's offside.
Well, it's another very tight situation. There's that assuring nod from the assistant on the far side. Look at this wonderful little ball. Well, that assuring nod was spot on that time, no doubt about that, but look at that for a save. Paul Robinson didn't know it was offside. Didn't take any chances.
Well, risky game, because one of these times he's going to get it right, Diego Forlan. On by Smith. Away by Fortune. Smith picks up the pieces again for Leeds. Fletcher. Forlan. Eagles. Support here from Phil Neville. Reaching ball for Fletcher. Cleared by Gary Kelly.
Seven attempts, 4 on target, and I think possibly the best opportunity was that header when he was called offside, and he clearly was level.
Fortune's corner now. John O'Shea went down, claiming he was dragged down by Roque Jr.
Bit of a skirmish in there.
Eagles. Lennon. Smith holding off Jemba. Robbed by Nicky Butt. Jemba caught by Smith. There's a delayed reaction before he fell, just got caught in the small of the back.
It's the way that Jemba goes down that the crowd don't really appreciate. It's something out the 1945's movie, just after you've played the ball. It's obviously been caught because you can see the anguish on his face, but it looked like he was acting.
It's the delayed reaction that angered the Leeds supporters. There's Sir Alex Ferguson and the man who's been his carrier pigeon tonight. And Mickey Phelan is the man to whom the messages have had to be carried. McPhelan is the Manchester United first-team coach. Of course, United still haven't replaced Carlos Queiroz, who departed for Real Madrid.
Well, that says a lot about Mike Phelan's ability then. He must be doing a very, very good job.
Here's Bellion. And Forlan will challenge for this. Camera away and Hart away. Only to Nicky Butts. And deflected behind for a corner.
Well, they've got to withstand this pressure now, Leeds, because it's coming in waves.
There's been a minute added on in this first half of extra time. Can United use this extra 60 seconds to their advantage? Phil Neville with a corner. Eagles was up with a flick on. Forlan turns and it's blocked by Hart.
I think maybe fitness is telling on Rocky Jr. because John O'Shea's just dictating to him now. Wins that header quite comfortably.
Okay, Junior going out to watch O'Shea, who could be a threat. Away by Didier Domi in the end, and there goes the whistle for the end of the first period of extra time. It should be a quick turnaround now. Peter Reid, in theory, won't be able to give another team talk. Two goals both occurred in the 90 minutes.
That was a wonderful set play. Great run, well timed. Rocky Jr. on top of his game, and then that David Bellion going. I do like that. Low, in between Paul Robinson's legs, giving him no chance.
So 15 minutes left to try and win it from open play, or are Leeds going to be embroiled in another penalty shootout for the second round in a row? Roy Carroll and Paul Robinson may have a big part to play when this match reaches its climax.
It's just one or two Leeds United players got to the end of their tether. Rocky Jr., James Milner, who's worked his socks off in the middle of that midfield. Out on the wide early on before the substitutions.
Manchester United still have two substitutions to play with. Leeds one. The only Manchester United sub, Chris Eagles. Jemba. Now Phil Neville into the face of Roque Jr. Here's Jemba. Away by Camera. Sheffield just lost the geography of the ball. Here's Bellion. Now Fletcher. Eagles. Phil Neville. Here's Forlan. Oh, skimmed the top of the net.
Great strike. He's had enough opportunities, hasn't he? This is not clear cut. He makes it all on his own. This is what he's really good at when he doesn't have much time to think about things, and he gets it out of his feet. Two good touches. There's the second, and then the finish, and it's just drifting up with Paul Robinson grasping at thin air.
Here's Domi with a throw. And now Johnson. Smith. Blocked by Gary Neville. Chapu is pulled down, surely was he by Fortune? The referee says no. And Milner's shot is stopped. Leeds are furious.
Well, why would he go down? If he's not being held, you have to ask yourself, why would he go down when that ball's in a position for him to go and get it? There's got to have been some contact.
Here's Eagles. And space here for Fletcher. And it's an easy tap in for Diego Forlan. And Leeds will feel a real sense of injustice here. A penalty appeal turned down at one end for Peter Reid's team. Manchester United break and complete their comeback from 1-0 down to 2-1 through Forlan.
Well, the one thing about Diego Forlan, he's got tremendous spirit. He keeps going and going and going because he knows in this side of Manchester United you can create enough chances. The run from Fletcher's fabulous. Whether he moves forward before Fletcher actually plays that ball will be interesting to see straight afterwards. No, it looks like a definite cutback and he times it to perfection. Well played, Fletcher. Thank you very much, says Forlan. He's off. He's on his way. This is the penalty opportunity. Chapuis, there's the arms all round him. Sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. And unfortunately, when you don't get that one, you'll get punished by this fella here, who seems to have lots of difficulties when he scores his goal, getting his shirts back on.
Well, for removing his shirt, Diego Forlan was cautioned. Remember when he scored one and took his shirt off and couldn't get it back on? He managed to get it back on this time, but the referee still booked it. The referee is not the most popular man amongst the Leeds faithful, rejecting the appeal when fortune was all over Chapuis, only for Manchester United to break and score at the other end.
Well, you've seen them give it, haven't you? Sometimes that arm's right across his body, but you're not too surprised at times when play just goes on. But as far as the taking the shirt off and getting a yellow card for it, it's another nonsense for me, I'm afraid, Rob. Mr. Glum, but he can't be too glum. His team have given Manchester United a right game.
Back by Gary Neville. Smith will go to challenge. It's a bit high. Djemba. Eagles. Here's Fletcher, who certainly played his part in the Manchester United revival.
Well, he's got better. Him and Djemba have got better in extra time.
Smith. Chapuis. Now he's won a free kick out of John O'Shea. Who will be the man for the moment? Ian Hart or his uncle Gary Kelly? Kelly has moved away. This is Ian Hart territory. Back off the wall.
And he just didn't get it up. Gary Kelly just no height really. Well, we get another chance to have a look at this, and that's where Alan Smith got lucky, but then he's drifted in towards Chapuis, and you have to say, before he can even attack that ball, that left arm comes over the shoulder and stops the run.
With the player who didn't get the verdict, Manchester United have made another substitution, taken off Darren Fletcher and brought on another from their conveyor belt of young talent, Eddie Johnson. Djemba concedes the corner. Now can Alan Smith make his mark? Bumping and barging going on. Roque Jr. and Chapuis squaring up to Quinton Fortune and Gary Neville. The referee acting as mediator. Hart's corner. Away by Jemba Jemba, who did his job. This is Seth Johnson. And it's cleared them all. And pull back across from there! And would you believe it? It's a double for Roque Jr. A lifeline for Leeds United.
Well, it's all about the control of James Milner. What a player this lad is going to be, because if he felt under pressure at any stage throughout this game, it wasn't when this ball comes to him on the far side. Just watch the control, the way he takes it into his stride as it drifts over his head. The first touch is magnificent, the second one's even better, and Roque Jr. alongside Chapuis says, there's the chance, it's an open goal, I've just got to move my feet quickly, I won't take it with the right, I'll put it in with the left.
Well, Roque Jr. just reacted to it, really. Seemed to deflect in off his knee. Peter Reid's expression hasn't changed, but his team have earned themselves a reprieve. And now Manchester United have to start all over again. Well, the atmosphere's changed inside Ellen Road again. An unlikely score in the first place, Roque Jr. Now he has his first 2 goals for the club. Back by Eagles.
In command, Manchester United, that's what you have to say about them. But Leeds have come back.
Steered away by Camera a little nervously, and Johnson clears. Now Alan Smith will try and make Gary Neville aware of his presence, just holds him up. Jemba Jemba. Back by Bellion. But away by Lennon. Nicky Butt. Here's O'Shea. Here's Jemba Jemba. Johnson. Phil Neville. But
look at the urgency about Manchester United now. Let's not wait for penalties, let's get another.
And yet another goal scorer sobered up in his celebrations by the production of a yellow card for over-celebrating, Roque Jr.
It's part of the fun of the game, Rob. You score a goal, you enjoy it, you milk it with the crowd. I'm really surprised at somebody like Mr. Durkin who can't just say, come on, get back, let's kick off.
Here's Fowler. Jemba Jemba, it's late from Milner. Although you'd excuse him that.
Well, I'd written him off. James Milner towards the end of normal time, but he's just got stronger and stronger, the lad.
But Fortune. Now here's O'Shea. Trying to get round the outside of Gary Kelly, who just runs it behind for a corner. A corner from which Eddie Johnson will hope to profit, the youngster who's come on for his debut to replace Darren Fletcher. England Youth International, scored in the FA Youth Cup final, second leg against Middlesbrough last season. Jemba Jemba! It's an unbelievable finish!
What a goal! If this is one we practiced earlier from Quinton Fortune's corner, it doesn't normally come off the foot and then bounce on the ground, and that's what takes it over Paul Robinson's head. but the execution, look at the smile on the face. That is what we practice in training. Let's miss everybody out who's inside the box, aim it to the far post, and Jemba comes in, stabs it into the ground, and once it picks the pace up off the ground, you can see Paul Robinson, he's taken by surprise because the pace is too much on it. It's up and it's over the top of him, and look at him run, look at him celebrate. They look as if they're through.
Jemba, the man who needs games according to Sir Alex Ferguson. How delighted he is, he's given him one tonight. But here's Smith challenging. Leeds trying to prove that they're not finished yet. Jemba. Phil Neville. Eagles. Gary Neville. O'Shea. Jemba. Trying to work one for Diego Forlan. Smith. Well, they've come back once. Can they do it again, Leeds? Eagles.
Well, you'd be surprised if Manchester United let it slip now. Haven't been as courageous as they have tonight, Leeds. Look at the face, says it all.
Couldn't be a hat-trick for him, could it?
They might just run out of time for that.
Johnson. From Bellion to Gary Neville. Nicky Butt. Here's Eagles. Tussling away with Roque Jr., who felt he'd held him off legally, but the referee gives the free kick.
Looks like he's got a bit of cramp there. Eagles, he's not been on too long.
Forlan seems to fancy a crack here. Gary Neville might be urging a more cautious approach. Seems to be telling him to aim for the corner. Phil Neville. Nicky Butt. Manchester United are aiming for the corner now. James Milner has worked tirelessly. There are another 2 minutes remaining. That's the amount of stoppage time added on. Can Leeds find themselves another hero? Roque Jr. has scored twice for them already. Has to be fairly unsubtle now, but that's just going to come straight back at them. Eagles. Quinton Fortune. And Forlan and Bellion is offside. Wouldn't have counted anyway.
Yeah, definitely off. What's Diego Forlan? If he scores though, then it's that grey area rule, whereas it's not a problem if Bellion's off, but as soon as it heads towards him, then it's off.
Here's Eagles. Hart. Milner. Kelly. Now Lennon. Phil Neville. And away by Johnson. This is Eagles. Smith was late on Eagles and he's pushed his luck too far. It's a yellow card.
That's a poor decision. You can see his desire, his feet's low, it's on the ground. Alan Smith, no need for a card there.
It's a yellow card for Alan Smith. Well, Sir Alex Ferguson feels divorced from the action as a result of his touchline ban, but he's all smiles now thanks to Eric Jemba coming up with the goods.
The smile says it all.
Manchester United win another dramatic battle with